Hello, I'm Merit Cudkowicz, Chief of Neurology at Mass General Hospital, and I'm an ALS physician. I'm so blessed to work with this amazing team taking care of people with ALS, including Darlene and a whole team of nurse practitioners and nurses.
Hi, I'm Darlene Sawicki. I am a nurse practitioner, and I too am very blessed that I've been able to work alongside Merit for 15 years now and part of the team. She's built an amazing team here to care for people with ALS. And Merit, I'm just so excited that you're agreeing to talk to me today about what the Full Practice Act means that Governor Baker put through January 1. So there's been a lot of talk about this and a lot of questions. So I thought, who better to ask than the two of us who've worked together for so long?
Yeah, I think this is going to be great for physicians and the nurses and the teams. I'd love if you could maybe explain a little bit more about the impact of the Full Practice Act will have on teams like ours working together, and what changes do we expect as physicians?
Yeah, so we don't really anticipate a lot of changes on our working together and collaborating. The team that you've built up in the ALS clinic, we don't anticipate too many changes with that. The Full Practice Act does not change scope. So I'm seeing the follow-up patients, I'm seeing the urgents, none of that changes. What it does change is the bureaucratic barriers that have been in place. So the Board of Nursing is actually meeting this week or next week to discuss how is this going to be rolled out. There's some key changes here. So APRNs, advanced practice registered nurses, minus the certified nurse midwives, because they already had this to begin with. But the other APRNs, if you have more than 2 years of experience, you no longer have to have a supervising or collaborating MD to, proof your Schedule II medications. You don't have to go through all the paperwork, of completing that. Same with the physicians. They don't have to sign off on all of this. Under 2 years, the board agreed that there should be some supervision, some collaboration on the medication side, and that can be done by a physician or an APRN. So it's not putting everything back on the physician, which is great, but it doesn't change our scope or how we're working together, once this fully rolls out. The biggest changes we may see here at Mass General are system changes, in Epic, or, maybe some policy changes that had previously required supervision sign off. But again, it's only for people that have more than 2 years of experience.
It sounds like it'll be better for the patients and better for the teams. I was wondering how soon do you think this is going to go into effect?
Yeah, they initially said that they thought it would be about 6 to 9 months before it rolls out. So I'm hoping we'll learn more. Anything that there's a big change in a system at a state level, it's going to take a little bit of time to roll that out. And same at Mass General, we're such a large institution with 1,100 APPs that this also will take a little bit of time. So we're hoping, and that I'm hoping, that people watching the two things, it'll help answer some questions.
So this really sounds like people and teams like ours and so many others at Mass General, doctors and MPs working together. That's really not going to change what happens on a day-to-day basis.
No, not at all. In fact, I think that, nothing should change to that at that level. We don't have individual people here. We have teams that care for our patients. And I think that's why our patients come here. I think our working relationship, I've been so blessed to be part of it for so long, and it works really well. So again, my scope doesn't change. What I can do, what I'm privileged for here at Mass General doesn't change. What does change is the amount of paperwork and the amount of oversight with certain things for the physicians. That's going to decrease. And remember, in the APRNs, it was just the medication, because our license is under the Board of Nursing. So it really was that medication oversight that we get to remove, and all the paperwork to sign for mass control substance, et cetera. So I don't see it changing at all.
That's fantastic. Thank you for explaining it more to me.
Thanks for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. It means a lot.